summer camp, and I'm your camp counselor. She drank too much bug juice. Anyway, it's okay. Look at you, you're a boy. How old are you? 23. Ew, gross, disgusting. I don't like young people. I'm sorry, okay? I don't like young people. I don't like kids. I don't like anyone born after 9/11, okay? I don't. How can you never forget? If you never fucking knew, okay? Don't tell me how to live my life, Aiden, or Grayson, or Madison, or Hudson, or Tanner, or Skylar, or Kyler, or Chrysanthemum, or whatever your new little fucking name is, then when I hear it, I know you're allergic to peanuts. Fuck you.
Health changes a lot in general, too. Like, it becomes much harder to maintain, you know? Like I work out a lot. Ta-da, this is it, This took a lot of effort. I asked my wife, I was like, honey, I work out all the time. Does it even look like work? She goes, you know, it does look like you work out, but it also looks like you never miss a cheat day. All right. That's accurate, but hurtful. I don't know. I don't mind the exercise. It's the dieting that I struggle with. And we got to stop acting like dieting is complicated. It's not. Every day, we all make a choice. Am I going to eat healthy, or am I going to be happy? Those are your choices. It's nothing more than that. I hate when people say, Kate Moss once said, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. I'm like, you have never had a blizzard. All right, like, that is.
Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You think you're in America? Zoom out. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no fucking sense. We all just act like it's normal. Like, oh, everything's made of molecules. Okay. Got it. I'll never think about that again. I'm made of molecules, you're made of molecules, the air between us, it's all made of molecules. That makes no fucking sense. These molecules know they're molecules. These molecules are like, I'm Pete. That doesn't make any sense. This stool is made of molecules, the same molecules in my hand. In fact, some of the molecules in this stool went into me while I've been talking, and some that were me have gone into this stool. And you know, when I knock these molecules into these molecules, when we ask science, why don't they go through each other? You know what the answer is? We don't know. That doesn't make any fucking sense!
All right, Milwaukee, are you ready to get this thing started? Make some noise and give it up for your host this evening, Milwaukee's very own Tyler Menz.
Let me hear you, Brookfield. Come on. You here for a good time? Thank you. It's great to be here, Brookfield. We got a great show for you tonight. A lot of great comics. Derek Cahill's here. Clap for him. You're here to see him. Clap for him. Some really other great comics in town today. We'll start with jokes right off the top. I'm gonna make you clap one more time. Clap your hands if you went fucking insane during the pandemic. Any of you? I did. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. We're in good company. You are. I went crazy during the pandemic. It kind of manifested itself in some weird ways. I gained a little bit of weight. I shaved my head. Now I look like I tried to storm the Capitol grill. You understand? I look like I'm just going to liberate some chicken piccata tonight. That's what, I'm more tiki drink than tiki torch. We're going to have fun, though. Over the pandemic, I started shaving my head. I started because I was like, oh, I'm going to catch it at the barber. So these are free haircuts now. That's what we're doing, just working with free haircuts. And I kept doing it. Every time I shave my head now, I go into it with intention, right? I always go into the bathroom. I look at myself in the mirror. I make eye contact because I'm an alpha. I'm like, hey, buddy, you're gonna look good when this is done. This is your time. You're gonna look like Jason Statham when this is over. When you're done cutting your hair, you're gonna look like John McClane. That's what you're gonna, just buff and hot. That's what you're gonna do. Yeah. Every time I cut my hair, I get about halfway through, I realize what I actually look like is just one of those prisoners they're letting out in Ukraine. That's what I look like, right? We're all looking at me. All of us collectively see my eyes are too close together. I'm not going to be handsome. What am I, Mike Wazowski up here? Jesus Christ. Just a head with a big eyeball. That's what, scrawny little arms. It's, I tell you what, over the pandemic, I was shaving my head. I also started just like wearing just a lot of like camo hats, so now I really do look like a 35-year-old man from southeastern Wisconsin. That's, a lot of shirts with ducks and deer and dogs on them, a lot of Carhartt, a lot of Dickies, just a pastiche of sadness. That's what it is, just Northwoods depression. That's the look that I call it. We understand. At one point over the pandemic, or after the pandemic, I was like, all right, I'm going to get into shape. I'm going to, lose the gut. I started running. I started lifting weights for the first time in my life. That's felt, I'm trying to get buff, trying to be a DILF. That's what I'm trying to do. A DILF. I'm trying to look hot and ready, like a Little Caesar's pizza. That's pick me up, take me home, I've started lifting weights for the first time in my life, and I realized I don't want to get too buff. I don't want to get too buff. I don't want to get veiny buff, right? That would be bad. I already look like a giant penis. We're all picturing me standing in front of a giant beige beanbag chair, right? Yeah, just someone shaved a labradoodle over the top of it? No? Okay, well, here's my impression of a penis. Ah! Okay, that's it. At one point during the pandemic, I shaved my head and I had a mustache. And you ever wonder what Jeff Foxworthy's penis looked like? That's it, right there. Okay, that's fun. We'll get away from the penis jokes. Let's talk about this. I actually last year, I think it was worse than the pandemic. I had a pretty rough year last year. I'll share this with you. I feel comfortable with you all. Last year, my paternal grandfather died of Alzheimer's complications. And that same month, my mom was diagnosed with the same disease, Alzheimer's. Yeah, really shitty, really terrible disease. But I'll share this with you. I've got it. I'm neurotic anyway. I'm a comic, so I've got Alzheimer's coming at me from both sides. I feel like I'm staring down the barrel of two guns, really. That's what I feel like. So I've been doing a lot of research, looking into Alzheimer's and, the causes of it and things like this. And this is true. I recently read an article that said scientists think, they recently released this article, they say scientists think that one of the causes of Alzheimer's might be picking your nose. So now I feel like I'm staring down the barrel of three guns. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I've never smoked cigarettes in my life, but I've never related more to a smoker after reading that article, because I know it's bad for me. I'm not giving it up. I'm going to do it anyway, right? Need to look cool, right? No? Okay. Need something to do in the car. The old Polish cigarette. That's what we're working with. This is true. A couple weeks ago, I got to do a benefit for the Alzheimer's Association of Wisconsin, and my parents decided to come to the show. And I was really nervous because I was like, all of the comics had family members with Alzheimer's, things like that. And I was like, is Mom going to be comfortable with the material? We're going to be talking about it. And so the entire show, I'm standing in the back. I'm peering. I'm seeing if my mom's laughing. She's having a great time. I'm so relieved. I'm like, okay, perfect. I go up. I'm headlining that show. I'm fucking crushing. Not like right now, even better, okay? Just crushing. And I get to that last joke that I did, just destroyed, levels the room. And then I look over and I see my mom, and she is looking at her phone. Just staring, laughing at memes the whole show. Thanks, Mom. That's great. Okay, why don't I share this with you? I'm a dad. Any other dads in the house? Oh, yes, you're tired. Tired applause. That's the dad way. Yeah, don't bother us. We have chicken wings in front of us. I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids. I've got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. I don't know when this changed, but at a certain point, people started naming their children all sorts of weird, fucked up names that aren't real names. That's true. Like Paisley, Maley, Tucker with 3 Ks. It's all over the place. It's insane what they're naming children right now. We named our kids very traditional names. Claire is my oldest one. Molly's my youngest one. Very old school names. People are naming their children nowadays like they want their children to grow up to be professional YouTubers. Just the weirdest shit. We can't have that as a culture. We can't. We need a couple people named Kevin. Yeah, I need someone to work at H&R Block, okay? No one's going to trust Gunner to do their taxes. I need the Kevin deductions. Do you understand? That's what I need. We were at a play group before the pandemic with my oldest daughter. They were 1-year-olds at the time. These 1-year-olds are running around. They got little name tags on. They can't fucking read, but they have name tags. Who's that for? One kid's name tag just says this on it. Just says D-J-O-L-E. D-J-O-L-E. And I'm staring at this kid's name tag, and I'm like, what the fuck is this kid's name? And his mom, she sees me staring at the name tag, and she pipes up and she goes, Joel. His name is Joel. D-J-O-L-E, Joel. And I was like, I don't think it is, lady. D-J-O-L-E. Lady, you named your kid DJ Ole. That's what you better teach him to rap in Spanish right now. That's our next Tostitos spokesman, DJ Ole. You all know DJ Ole. He tours with Shakira, right? Yeah. Different kid running around the same play group. His name tag just says Jameson on it. That's how you know it happened in Cudahy, Wisconsin. Jameson's mom pipes up eventually, and she goes, you know, we named him Jameson because that's what we were drinking that night he was conceived. I do not like that as a pattern for naming children, you guys. It's bad. I don't like that as a pattern for naming children because my youngest daughter's name is Molly. Yep. Molly Percocet Menz. She's cute. We call her Perky. That's fun. I got one more for you, and then we're going to introduce the next comic. I really like how comedy's going right now for me. I really enjoy, I get to tour all over the country, little towns in Iowa, big towns in Iowa, the whole fucking state of Iowa. It's terrible. It's a corn maze full of seasonal depression and Godfather's pizzas. That's what Iowa is. I find myself in a lot of weird places, like tiny towns, really nothing to do. I'm staying the night. I got to occupy my time. I got to, So what do? I've invented games to, occupy myself. This is something that you can do if you're ever in a strange town with nothing to do. All you're going to do is you're going to take out your phone, you're going to open up Yelp, and you're going to search for reviews of the nearest strip club. Let me promise you're going to find the best and worst of humanity right there. This is my favorite thing I've ever read in the English language. This tops Mark Twain and Shakespeare in my book. This is a review for On the Border. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah. It's written by a man named Bruce M. This is true. Here's what he said about On the Border. He says this. He goes, all caps. He says, "My friend got